Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another little video for you tonight. We were obviously going to finish after the watch along, but we basically we've jumped on because there's some sort of breaking news we've got to discuss, guys. Which is that there's a pretty reputable source that's come out from Spain and various different outlets as well that are reporting that Manchester United could be close to reaching some sort of an agreement with Barcelona for Frenkie De Jong, my friends. That's right. We're going to come on here and talk about the possibility of it. Maybe there'll be some breaking news. Maybe there'll be some other journalists throughout the next hour or so which do pipe in and give their thoughts and opinions on the current situation. But we're going to cover all the latest news and what's going on. So this, if it's true, it would be a brilliant signing for Manchester United. And people, I've just been on social media a few minutes, and I can see there's a lot of people out there going, "Oh, Manchester United can't sign this guy. They've got this release clause, blah blah blah. They've also don't have Champions League football." But people are forgetting that Manchester United is a massive entity of a football club, and we also do have the Eric Ten Hag factor, which is a big plus point if you're Frenkie De Jong. If you're going to a club where you've got some sort of working relationship with somebody already who's the coach coming in. So it's not outlandish to think that Manchester United could bring in Frenkie De Jong this summer. We're going to discuss it all in this video, guys. We're going to talk about all the ramifications of it and what's coming out. So do us a favor at the start of this show, though. Give it a massive like, chuck a thumbs up on it. It's free. Twat that like button. Share it around on social media as well. Give it a share around. That helps us out. And get yourselves involved in the live chat. Get in and out of the show. We will be getting in and out of the live chat, so have your say. What's going on there, Luke X? Yes, mate. Man United won the Under-18s, FA Youth Cup, and of course, Eric Ten Hag lifted that Football Championship trophy with Ajax. So fantastic day all round for Man United vibes. Get in there. Okay, so let's just talk about it then, my friends. So we do have some reports coming out from Spain that suggest that before the end of the league, so this is from Gerard Moreno, who's come out in Spain, who's a reputable source in regards to Barcelona news, and he said that before the end of the league, and with a 95% probability, Frenkie De Jong will be transferred to Manchester United. It is a pure economic issue. Barca needs to sell a player who has not been top at the club. So because of his time, not been the most successful there, and he's obviously worth a significant amount of money. There are obviously teams and different options for him, but definitely if they're looking around their dressing room thinking of who they can generate some cash from, Frenkie De Jong, if he's not having the most stellar of time over there, then, well, I guess he's one of the guys that could be parted ways with in order to generate some money. So, these are strong reports that come out from Spain. I hope that they're true because we do need to sign quality players. It's whether or not, Manchester United having Champions League football is a factor. We've heard comments from his dad previously in the past about not liking the English weather and that sort of thing. I mean, this guy's from the Netherlands for a start. But there you go. So it would be great news. Luke says, I'm already buzzing for next season. Hopefully, man. I mean, if we can bring in new players, quality players, that's the word we're looking for here, quality. I think Frenkie De Jong would be that. And then you've already got Donny van der Beek, who would be coming back to the club, could be revitalised by Ten Hag. That might be halfway to having a top quality midfield that we need. I'm not saying Donny's definitely the man, but with a new system under Ten Hag, with that nurturing, etc., and that trust, maybe you would just see a new signing in Donny van der Beek as well. So we could see a bit of a Dutch contingent here at Manchester United over the coming seasons. A few of these players coming in, and it does make sense if we want to try and play an Eric Ten Hag style of football, which is, encompassing of a Dutch total football style, then having players that are familiar with the Dutch style of play will only help us out, I'm sure. So it would be an excellent signing if we could pull this off, guys. I'll ask the live chat, would you take Frenkie De Jong at United? Yes or no? Let's have a little vote in the chat. The reunion's back on, Josh Lee. That's it. Might as well go and get Daley Blind at this stage. Back from Ajax for a cheeky little, could do worse than Daley Blind as a versatile defender. I could tell you that much. For over the, I know he's 32 or he might be older now, but still he could do worse. But definitely get the old boys back together. Let's go and get De Ligt as well. Go and get De Ligt. Why the hell not? Let's spend some money. Get the old boys, get the old band back together. I like your style. 100% says Mikey. Yes, says Little Bean Vert. Yes, says Johnny M. Yes, says Josh Lee. 70 million says Madhouse. 70 million pounds. Is that the figure that it would take? I'm not so sure. I think if they're looking to sell, if they're desperate to generate cash and they wanted to, obviously make a decent bit of cash, but they want to get him gone, then they might have to just fold a little bit in regards to that. I think United could get him for 60 million. That's my thoughts. Who knows? I don't see us going out there spending 70 million on him. But 60 million pounds, I think, tops is what United could be paying for this guy. What do you guys think? How much do you think he's worth then in this current market? Let's face it, Barcelona had some financial difficulties. They took out a loan, I think, a little while ago and stuff, and they've obviously got some debts, and they need to try and generate a little bit of cash and also try and strengthen the team in other areas at the same time. So he could be sold. 60, what a loss is Catalan King. What do you mean? Okay, oh, Catalan King. Okay, so you're not too happy. Obviously, you're a Barca fan, are you, Catalan King? I'm guessing, right? With the name Catalan King. I can't quite remember. Forgive me. Your name's Catalan King, so you're a Barca fan. I could see you chatting in the chat at the start of the show, saying that you don't think he's going to go. He's got a 400 million release clause. Who cares if he's got a 400 million release clause? They're not going to, if they want to sell somebody, they're not going to get 400 million for him. They're going to, they're going to negotiate with teams and try and get the best deal that they can. But if the best deal that they can get is 60 million, they might have to cash in. Jonathan says, too much, Pig. Man, I tell you what, the market's just too much in general, dude. We paid £50 million for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. The market is, it's expensive. If you want to get quality players, dude, you've got to go out there and you've got to pay the money. So, that's just the market. Eddie's Football Waffle says, used to play Derby Ten Hag, didn't he? There you go. So in regards to Ten Hag and that relationship, so because they've got that understanding, that relationship there, it just means that there's slightly more chance of it happening. This doesn't mean that it's definitely the case. We've just got a couple of different sources reporting this. Rudy Galletti got on in it and said that all confirmed Barcelona might let Frenkie De Jong go in the summer of an appropriate offer. Man United have shown interest on him, even if at the moment they're more focused on the centre-back role. So just like this definitely... we haven't seen, we're waiting for some more different sources to report that this is, 100% true. But at this moment, it does look like there is some strong interest from Manchester United for him. And it begs the question, has Erik Ten Hag discussed this situation, told the Manchester United board some of the players on a list of who we might like to try and bring in? Of course, United haven't got the luxury of waiting around in the summer transfer window to try and sign players. We've got so many players leaving. We've got to bring players in early to allow Erik Ten Hag to work with these players. So you would think that we'd already have the wheels in motion with one or two players. There's other clubs out there that are announcing signings. Bayern Munich are already on the case trying to get Graven Birch. They've already announced Masraoui, or however you pronounce his name as well. So there's clubs that are doing business. We've got to be one of those clubs that's got to start doing business and start announcing deals. I mean, we've got one game left of the season. We better start making some things happen. People may say, well, we can't really do that until Ten Hag's actually come in. But you can. He might not be in, but he is. He's had the conversations. Surely there's a little list of people that he's already got his eye on that would be interested for United to begin negotiations with. And so this is the point where we're at. We have to do lots of business, and we've got to do it reasonably early. Hey, we've got a lot of legends getting in the live chat here tonight. We've got 100. Thank you so much for watching. Do drop a like on the video. Let's get this to 100 likes. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. Get in the chat. You only need to be subbed for 1 minute to chat. So come and get yourself involved. Yeah, Wadu says, I think it's kind of sus if the budget is around 150 million. If we're buying De Jong for 70 and Nkunku for 60, it's already 130 million. Then what about the fullbacks and centre backs? Yeah, well, this is the thing. You're going to have to generate money from selling other players. And you're right. United can't go out there and sign too many big money signings. We were talking about Darwin Núñez on it earlier on in the channel as being a great option for us. You said Nkunku, but we're talking about Darwin Núñez earlier. Similar sorts of money, though. You've got to get that striker position sorted out. If you then go and spend 60 million on one midfielder, that's 130 million wrapped up right there, guys. So it's either one or the other, or, I don't see how you're going to get both of them, because then, look, you've got to go and get the other players in the squad to strengthen the other areas. People like a centre-back, Pau Torres wouldn't come cheap. Jurriën Timber's going to cost some money. Or a winger like Anthony, he's going to cost a little bit of money from Ajax. So you're absolutely spot on. We have to spread it out over the course of the squad. But as we've said, they might well sign a couple of free transfer players. Well, there are some good players that are out there available for free. People such as Christian Eriksen, who could maybe come in and would be a decent sort of acquisition for us. Maybe would be available, obviously, because he's leaving Brentford at the end of the season, unless they give him a good contract offer that he wants to accept. He would be available as a free agent. So something like that, maybe to replace the likes of Lingard and Mata, who would be outgoing. It makes sense to try and get one or two frugal signings. It really does. So there's him. There's a couple other people as well that are available for free. You're gonna have to have a really, really sensible transfer window with replacing the positions that are key to us, getting the central midfielder, getting that centre back, getting that goal scorer. You've got to obviously make sure those are your priorities. But at the same time, if you can get other areas of the squad strengthened with frugal signings, cheap signings, I don't think Jurriën Timber's a huge amount of money. I don't think you have to pay £40 million for him. You could probably get him a lot cheaper than that. United also have a lot of players to sell. Wan-Bissaka could be sold for money to Crystal Palace, 35 mil. Dalot could be sold off to Roma or whoever. Tellez could be sold back to Porto. There's lots of players that could go and generate more cash. Martial, Maguire could even be sold. Bailly. So United could still spend a shitload of money this season, I suppose, even if we did buy 2 big money players for the likes of, that amount of money. I know ZX Flame says Frenkie is class. Really hope it's true. Mount says get a few free transfers in, like Kamara, another player we were talking about in the video earlier on. Boubacar Kamara over at Marseille, available for free. 22-year-old, had a good season in League One. Okay, Premier League's different, but he's young, he's free, there is no risk. And he's not even really demanded huge, big wages because, let's face it, he wasn't getting huge, big wages before. It's kind of like everyone's going to put their offers on the table, and whichever offer he likes the most, he's going to go to. So Manchester United should definitely be in for that guy. That's a good point, actually, you just made there, dude. So United need 2 midfielders, in my opinion. I've been talking for a long time about, wouldn't it be cool if we could get maybe Tielemans or, and Ruben Neves? Wouldn't that be pretty cool? But wouldn't it also be quite cool if you could get Frenkie De Jong and then you could sign Kamara for a free? That's a really good player to pick up for not very, very much money. And therefore, you've got 2 midfielders. You've also got Donny van de Beek coming back into it. It might be like a new signing under Erik ten Hag. So it'd be pretty fantastic if that could be the case. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we didn't get Zachariah in. I know, Rajat Valencia. I don't understand. It was 5 million quid. Mikey sent a super chat. Oh, sorry, Mikey, mate. I missed it. Thank you very much. Sorry, I was just waffling away there, bro. Mikey, thank you very much. He says, there's some gems in free transfer market this year, says Mikey. Absolutely, yeah. As we said, I think we are also in for that goalkeeper, Sam Johnston, as well, maybe for a free. We talked about some of the other options, such as Tarkowski, I think is available free. Don't really want him, but there are some decent players you can get on a free. Most notably, Kamara, Christian Eriksen would be great as well. I think even Romagnoli might be available on a free. I'm not too sure. But Mikey, thank you very much for your super chat, pal. Can we get a sue in the chat there for Mikey? Thank you, boss. Okay. So yeah, the club needs to plan properly, says A-Bub. Yes, I mean, well, we've got to try and bring a few of the youngsters through. You've seen the players' performances tonight, people like Garnacho. By the way, how good was Garnacho tonight, guys? What an absolute little gem he is. 17 years of age, looked absolutely brilliant. The 2 goals that United scored, the last 2 goals that he scored, they're all from him just doing individual brilliant things. I thought he was quality. So, he's one for the future. We've got to bring the youngsters through. We've got to sign the right experienced players. And then we've also got to sign some good surprise or frugal signings that can come in and do a good job. Because even if we've got 200 million to spend, which I can't see this board spending 200 million this summer, even if we sell loads of players. But even if we got 200 million to spend, they're still not realistically going to have enough money to go and sign like loads of top draw players. Because as we just said, 60 million for De Jong, 70 for Darwin. Doesn't leave very much left even then, does it, to go and strengthen the whole rest of the team. But because of the players going out in the summer, lots of money will be saved on wages. Hey, Footboy Brownie, what's going on, mate? Just got back from my date and it went well. Oh, good news, my son. I'm pleased for you, my man. That's awesome, mate. Love is in the air, mate. Yeah, fair enough there, Jonathan Gallagher. Well, there's a bunch of different players that I think should be given opportunities in the next season. We should totally go for Christian Eriksen, says Robin. You can't bring them all through, though. That's the thing. Only a few of those youngsters that you saw tonight will probably ever break it into the first team. That's the reality of the situation. But hopefully there's just a few gems that do come through. I'm not actually Liddy Gamer doing a FIFA stream tonight. Not tonight, though. Mikey says possible midfield options for next year. De Jong, Van der Beek, Kamara, Garner, Fred, McTominay. Hopefully not McTominay, mate. I really want to see Scotty McTominay sold now. I must not be the only one. I've had enough of him. Andrew Cos comments, we can buy a few, get a few on a free and bring up some youth still. Spot on. That's the way to do it, mate. Few new squad players from the youth setup. 5 new first team signings and a couple of frees maybe just to bolster the overall squad. And I think we'd be looking pretty good. We're going to have 8 departures this summer, in my opinion. All those free transfer guys, which is 5 of them, I think at least. Mata, Matic, Pogba, Lingard, and and somebody else I can't think of. But we've got a good few players leaving, and then we've also got, so we're going to have to sign players. Yeah, that's right. Kara Abadi as well. Thank you for getting in here, mate. And yeah, absolutely. Very good player. De Jong's a great signing, but he's not a CDM, says Kingslayer. Well, if you actually look at also where he's in terms of like his assists and things like that, I mean, if you look at I would say it's similar to a sort of Ruben Neves job. He is sitting quite deep a lot of the time, and he is playmaking, and he is doing that. So he's not going to be an advanced midfielder who's going to, he's going to be playing behind Bruno. Basically, he's going to be playing as a central midfielder in the midfield too. So that's where he plays. He's not going to be playing up by Bruno, or instead of Bruno. I don't think. I personally think he would come into United to play in the midfield too. So. Ericsson on a free is a no-brainer with all the outgoings, and he's going to play make, and he's going to play those sprayed balls and all that sort of stuff, and hopefully control the midfield. That's the idea. Yeah, we got Bruno for all the advanced play. Meran says he would be a great signing. Him and Donny have worked well with Ten Hag before. Precisely, my son, precisely. You'd rather Ericsson over De Jong, no risk with Ericsson. Okay, but Ericsson's more of an advanced player, though, isn't he? Like, De Jong can do the defending. He can defend. He is also a good, forward player, can play the ball forward at the passes and stuff. But if you actually look at his assists at Barca, they're very underwhelming because it's not necessarily the job that he's doing a playmaking job. So Ericsson's a more advanced player. Ericsson would be more of a replacement for one of those guys like Mata or somebody like that, in my opinion. Ericsson's a great ball player. He's going to create a lot of chances as well, but he's also plays slightly more up the pitch. Yeah, that's right, Malps. Ericsson is a CM, De Jong a CM/CDM, precisely. There you go. So that's pretty much why that would be. But I would take Ericsson, Jonathan, because he'd be a great replacement for Mata. Or Lingard, who's also going. We are going to need some players, man, and he would be a good signing. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you take Christian Eriksen at United, guys. Come on. He's a great player, to be fair. I've always admired him over when he was at Spurs. He's a good player. Bargain for them back in the day for 12 million. And we could get him for free. It would be a bargain for us. He's only 30. Yeah, Tad Bakes, I'm back again. I can't stay away, mate. I know. Well, just because there's some news that's coming off the vine, mate. So if you're just joining us, guys, reports from Spain say that there's lots of different outlets now reporting it. Let me just have another look at this. We've got another update that's come through here from a source in Spain also. Okay, so. Interesting. So yeah, there's lots of different sources saying different things, varying things. Some people saying that it's unlikely because of the money involved. A lot of millions. In fact, a report here says that 80 million euros would be the minimum amount of money. Barca is close to transferring Frenkie De Jong to Man United for around 80 million euros, which what's that, about 70 million pounds at the moment, is it, or 65 million pounds? I mean, it does sound like too much money, in my opinion, to spend on one player in your midfield right now. It does sound like too much money. So I don't think that would be the number. You would be happy if it's true, Ronnie Dodge, because we need someone to get Ronaldo at the ball, unlike the current Melts. Too risky with his condition, in my opinion, said he's football waffle. Right, okay, I feel you. But he's actually got, decent proven sort of last few months. He's been fitted with a, I'm not too sure what it's called, but like not a pacemaker, but like something that would restart his heart. I mean, I know what you're saying, man. Like, he's obviously had cardiac issues, so it is a little bit of a risk. But he's been playing for Brentford, no worries. I would imagine that because that sort of thing's happened to Christian Eriksen now, he's almost like going to be just super monitored. He's going to be super monitored, and if he farts, they'll probably have a readout report to show him. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's going to be. I personally think he'll be okay, but you do bring up a good point. It is a bit of a risk, but he's a free. Man United Hodge getting in here with a super chat. Thank you, Man United Hodgie, getting in here raw. He says, come on, De Jong, come and sort out our Gesh midfield out, mate. Hey, thank you very much, Man United Hodge, getting in here from Australia. Absolutely, he would sort it out as well, I think, especially if you think about that Dutch connection with Donny. We know that they've done well in the past. Together, so it makes a lot of sense. Thank you, Rushman, who says, smash a like for the pig. 56 likes. Nice one, dudes. Let's get to 100. Drop a like on the video. Help us compete with the clickbait merchants and the shithouses and the corporations by dropping a thumbs up on the video and get yourself involved. It's a bit steep, Ronnie Dodge. If that's how much it is, then it is definitely a little bit steep. Ericsson's less risky now than before. I'm all right. Thank you, the Bristolian Mac. I'm not too bad at all, mate. Not too bad at all. Just very happy about watching Manchester United win that Youth Cup final earlier. That was absolutely brilliant. Like, good to see a United side actually showing a little bit of fire and fight and desire for a change, and going for it and putting in a good performance. So I enjoyed it. It was actually fun to watch a game of football while Man United are playing for a change. Great to see lots of great talents in the side as well, some of which look very, very much better than some of the first team options we've got, such as Garnacho. So I would like to see him play in the Crystal Palace game, and maybe some of the other youngsters. I'd just fit all the youngsters in there, in all fairness. Okay, we just got a couple of things as well, which I wanted to talk about in regards to Erik Ten Hag. So there could be some news in regards to Ten Hag about, well, because of the De Jong situation, if United are actually going to go and have a bid for this guy, then maybe there has been a conversation behind the scenes from Ten Hag. But just on Ten Hag, these are his quotes after the end of the Eredivisie game tonight, where they won 4-0, was it? And he said, "It was a great journey for me here, a beautiful era, the results that we got, and the beautiful football that we played." His record at Ajax is ridiculous. If you look at the amount of win ratio and the amount of goals compared to goals conceded, it's quite unbelievable. He's just played a non-stop, raucous, attacking style of football, which has obviously torn up the Dutch league. And fair play to him. I'm really looking forward to seeing this man come in and start working at the club. It's obviously a big ask. We're not guaranteed to have any success anytime soon. But if you look at his style, if you look at what he could bring to Manchester United, it excites me because we need that sort of really good attacking manager who's prepared to go all out to get the win and entertain and actually do it in the right way. Play football, but play total football. Play football in the right way. So he's somebody that is supposed to, champion that philosophy. And I'm looking forward to seeing it at Manchester United, guys. And he's obviously had a great time at Ajax. Van der Sar has been speaking about him, and he said, Van der Sar said, "You surpassed all expectations." He had a speech at the end. He said, "You surpassed all expectations, dominant football, semi-final, Champions League titles. You will leave for a club that is close to my heart. I wish you all the best there. Thank you, Erik Ten Hag." So beautiful words from Edwin van der Sar, sending off Erik Ten Hag there at Ajax with a championship as well. Great to see, guys. Get a little W in the live chat because Erik Ten Hag comes on the back of a nice win. He's left there in the best possible way. And it's just a good day for us, really, because he has won. It's nothing to do with us, really, but he's won the Dutch League and we've won the Under-18 FA Cup, Youth Cup. So it's a good day, and hopefully we could see some news on the horizon about us signing a good player. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, okay, nice. Top source coming out in Spain now as well. Another top source reporting, Rashad Rahman also reporting that Gerard Moreno reporting Barcelona have almost closed the deal with United for Frenkie De Jong. I mean, I'd love it if this is true, guys. I really hope it's true. I mean, that guy's supposed to be quite reputable, and I don't know why he would put his reputation on the line if it's not got some basis to it. Because if Ten Hag could have been having these conversations behind the scene and said, "Look, I want to get the old boys back together with the Dutch vibes. Please do. Let's try and sign him." And Man United could have been working away on this and just having these conversations behind the scenes. And hopefully, that's what's going on. Hopefully we do bring this guy in because it would be a brilliant signing for us. I'm just going to get back into the live chat. Keep your thoughts and opinions coming in, guys. Everybody's welcome to get their thoughts and opinions in, as long as you're not a complete Tim the Toolbag Taylor, then you will get sacked off. But to get your thoughts and opinions in, have your say. What do you think about the possibility of Frenkie De Jong coming to Manchester United and reunited, and it feels so good with Erik Ten Hag at Old Trafford? What do you think? Susan Lively Sue, thank you so much for getting in here, you absolute legend. Well, that's what we're waiting to see. We're waiting to see some more updates. If anything comes out, if there's more information on it. Hopefully, we do see something more further. Jimmy Jones, how are you doing tonight, mate? Great to see you. Great to see you. Yeah, De Jong, and that's precisely the situation as well. De Jong is understood to be not happy at Barcelona. So some years ago, he said things like he would never want to leave Barcelona, and he loves Barcelona, and he would never want to leave, and he just, that's always been the narrative from the De Jong camp. But he's fallen out of favour a little bit. He's the other week you saw him getting substituted off by Xavi. He's having a bit of a pad. He's not happy. He's clearly unhappy with his current situation at Barca, and there are a lot of reports that he's jaded and that he's unhappy at the club. So the opportunity comes knocking for you to go and sign for United and reunite with Erik Ten Hag. Great working relationship. maybe it's enough to convince him to go. A nice one, Griffo Chaz, you legend. He's got a De Jong article out. Top man. Everyone, go and check out the article on the website. There it is, pinned to the top of live chat. Thank you, Griffo, if you want to read a bit more about it. Hey, Zen Data. Thank you, Zen. He says, big fan. Keep up the passion, my friend. Thank you so much there, Zen. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, that's right, Mikey. I mean, the thing is, Fabrizio Romano obviously is a great source, but he gets a lot of his sources from other sources. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he gets a lot of his sources from a lot of these guys, a lot of other good sources. You know, he's not just the godfather of sources. You know what I'm saying? We all know that's Mr. Heinz Ketchup anyway. But it's that's not how it goes. So yeah, he's obviously probably going to pipe in pretty soon, I'd imagine, because there is a lot of talks and a lot of information about this. So what will be happening right now with the top journalists in world football is they will be getting onto the blower to everybody they know with the deep connections in these clubs and trying to find out and pry with more further information. So that's what we're waiting to cover. Ronnie Dodge comments, Piggy, I think when Garnacho goes to the international team, it's going to be awkward because he did that GOAT celebration. Hey, fair play. I think he's going to take that. I've got a feeling he's going to take that on, you know. I don't know. He just seems to be like the new Sue man. When Cristiano Ronaldo's ready to hang up his boots, Garnacho's still going to be doing those Sues in a United shirt. That's what I dream of. I hope it's true. Hey, BSG, how you doing? Welcome in. Yeah, that's right. I will follow you. Says, too bad Mazraoui already joined Bayern. United need free signing. Says, I will follow you. Looks like Gravenberch is going to be heading that way as well. He would have been a decent option for Man United. I'm not a journalist, BSG. I'm a fan, mate. And also I've got some good friends such as Matty Rushmano, who've got great sources close to the club and also give us Man United news. Obviously, this is to do with Barcelona as well. But I'm just a fan of the club and I like to obviously report on all the latest goings on. Viva Garnacho, says Ronnie Dodge. What a performance by the kid. Unbelievable from him. Yeah, a couple of great goals. Particularly that last goal just showed you what a quality player can be. I mean, you know, he literally got 2 yards on those players. Thank you, Darian Solo, for hitting that subscribe. Really, really appreciate you there, Darian. Absolutely, Robin. So yeah, they are better than so-called journalists. Well, Batman Knife, and that's the thing, mate. We don't say things are a done deal or 95% done or 99% done or any of that sort of business around here until there's actually real strong basis for it. So although, you know, sometimes that might be to our detriment, basically what we do is only report on things when they're actually happening. You know what I mean? So like this video is, you know, Frenkie De Jong to United, ? Like, is it actually we're talking about it? Is it actually a possibility? Hopefully it is, but it's not. Nobody's saying it's definitely done or, you know, any of that bullshit, which some people do. Oh, we got an update. Thank you, Matt Rush, for sending me the updates throughout the show. Appreciate you, dude. Let's have a look at this. Oh, get in there. Look at this, guys. Hold on a sec. This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Let me show you this picture real quick, guys. I'll just put this up in the top right. You can just see the passion on everyone's faces here. You can see the passion on everyone's faces. Boom. Look at that, guys. There you go. That's the under-18 celebrating their FA Youth Cup victory. Get in there, my son. Hashtag Championes. That's beautiful. Nice one, mate, for sending me that. That's excellent. We just leave that up there for now. Okay, also we've got some more information coming through. So lots of different Barcelona sources in on Twitter and stuff reacting to the news. Yeah, so lots of different people saying that, you know, they're quite, it looks quite realistic, but obviously because of the situation with Ten Hag, it's possible that it's understandable that he would link up, basically. So it's only really the Ten Hag effect. This is the Ten Hag effect. I don't think Frenkie De Jong would be signing for Man United if it wasn't for Ten Hag being there, especially with United with no Champions League football. And by the way, this also might not materialise at this stage, but it does look like there is some talk around the water cooler that United are in for Frenkie De Jong as of tonight. Also, we've got some news on Arsenal, guys, and City. So Gabriel Jesus, Arsenal have formalised a €50 million bid for Gabriel Jesus. Man City understood we wanted 60 million euros for the guy. That looks close. So Arsenal looking to do some business for Gabriel Jesus with the incoming Erling Haaland going to be replacing him. So Interesting. Arsenal in for Gabriel Jesus, everyone. Another great Barcelona account reporting on it, suggesting that Frenkie De Jong will be sold to Manchester United potentially in the next few weeks. So, hey, look, we'll all just have to wait and see what more comes out about it. But hopefully we do see a little bit of movement from United on this, because he's a quality player and he's exactly what we need. We want to bring that total Dutch football style to the club. He's not happy at Barca. He's jaded at Barca. He could reunite Ten Hag. It just makes perfect sense. Right, get back in the live chat for a few minutes. Drop a like on the video, guys, if you haven't done, and have your say. Rashad says, we got Pogba when we're in Europa League, pig. Myth that we need Champions League, that you think about it. Spot on, Rashad Valencia. Yeah, we also, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure we got Zlatan Ibrahimovic. We signed Zlatan, which at the time, you know, of course, an absolute beast signing. I'm pretty sure we only had Europa League then as well. And then also Falcao, I seem to remember us. Yeah, Falcao was the season just after Moyes where we didn't have Champions League football. He was a huge player at the time. I know he did gash for us and it was a total waste of money and time. But at the time, he was a big name player. You know, that was a big scout for us, just last minute transfer window panic buy. But still, you know, still to be able to sign these sorts of big name players, it just does go to show you that United is still possible if we don't have the Champions League football. Thank you, Boom Howard Co, lad. Yeah, Diogo says, what the fuck on is this pig? This could be great. He's the DM we've been needing. Not very hard in jaws, I'd say, but great player. There you go, Diogo. But he's good at all. He's a bit good at everything, isn't he? He's not the best defender in the world, but he's a great passer of the ball, and he's somebody that does, you know, does get stuck in and does defend. So he can definitely play that sort of deeper line playmaker type role for us, I think. Champions League changes, I don't understand. I don't know why they have to change everything, Mikata. Just leave it alone. It's absolutely fine as it is. United also wasted 89 million on Paul Pogba, says Robin. They definitely did. Yeah, total waste of money. He's going to be leaving again for a free now. The only good thing about Paul Pogba leaving on a free is, well, there's a few things about it that's good. He will free up a space in the team for somebody else, and it will free up a few £100,000 a week, which we can go and reinvest elsewhere, which is 10 or 11 million every single year, which is a significant amount. Hey, Lynette Giggs, what's going on? How you doing? Thank you so much there, Chopper, for commenting again with a super chat. Thank you, Chopper. Comments, cheeky donation for the Slabs Breast Implants Fund. We're going to need a bigger boat. Thank you so much, Chopper. Appreciate you, dude. What a legend. Can we get a Sue in the chat there for Chopper? Nice one, mate. Would be a class signing. Just hope he isn't a flop. That's if we get him, says Lee MUFC. Let me just get a poll on the go in the live chat, guys. Just ask you that. Let's find out. Because there are other options available. Think about Tielemans. Tielemans would be a great player. Ruben Neves is also another option. There's a few other midfielders that we're being talked about, and there's similar amounts of money. Tielemans might even be a little bit less. And then there's other players. Kamara's a free transfer we could get as well in midfield. There's other options that you can obviously try, and you don't have to spend 60 or 70 million on one midfield player. So let us know your thoughts. I'll put a little poll in the live chat. See what your thoughts and opinions are. Anyone see the Dan James tackles? I haven't had a chance to watch it, but he got a red card, right? I heard it's pretty disgraceful, so pretty surprised. I need to go and watch that. Yeah, I haven't seen it. That's right, Lee. Hope he's not a flop. I think reuniting with Ten Hag would be a good thing for him to just, you know, it's not like he's going into a completely new environment. Well, it is obviously a new league, new environment, but he's got that connection there with Ten Hag, and maybe even a similarity in play style, etc., under his philosophy. So it'd probably suit him quite well. Dan James Tackle says Dad Bake says he got a bid one. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Rashid says, how about Tolisso? Would he be okay? Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, he would be a decent option as well. There's a bunch of, look, I don't think he's very high up on the list for Manchester United, Tolisso, from what we've heard around the, around the water cooler. But I don't think so. But, you know, you never know. There's always a couple of surprise signings, really. Last summer, we signed Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't think really at the start of the window, anybody was really thinking we were going to bring Ronaldo back, but we signed him. Varane was reasonably quite a surprise signing as well, really. Like, that all went together quite quickly. So, there'll probably be one or two surprises in store. Zayn Miyassi's getting in here, mate. What is going on there, Zayn Miyassi? How you going? He says, game over. Zayn, what's going on, mate? Hey, how's another season without any trophies, lad? United, on the other hand, mate, FA Youth Cup winners. Get in there. Let's get a little trophy emoji in the live chat. Obviously, I'm just kidding. But, you've got to celebrate your small victories. And technically, we have won a cup. De Jong and Fred just thinking about, hey, Uncle Squid, good shout, mate. Yeah, Fred's got a place in the squad. I rate Fred a little bit, it's just not fantastic. Not a true starter in all the top games against the top teams. I don't think he's good enough. But as a squad player, yeah, I like Fred. Varane will be class under Ten Hag. Agree with you, Liam FC. Yeah, agree with you, man. And if he gets the right partner, somebody with a little bit of pace about him as well, hopefully, I think he'll do a good job. Subscribe to the channel, says Rushmano. Thank you very much, Rushy. Yeah, guys, if you guys are new to the channel, do hit that subscribe. Get yourself smashing a thumbs up on the video as well and have your say. Taliso's too injury prone, says I will follow you. Very much the case, Robin. So if you're just joining us, the big news is, guys, there's lots of reports from Spain that Frenkie De Jong is possibly, a serious target for Ten Hag at Manchester United, and that maybe Barcelona would be quite happy to see him sold for the right amount of money because they need to balance the books a little bit. And he's not too happy at Barcelona at the moment. It's been reported that he's jaded and unhappy, and he could well want to go and reunite with Ten Hag at Man United. That is the news. Hopefully it's true. Hopefully it's true, guys. Entire back four needs work. Yeah, get Maguire out. New centre-back to come in and partner Varane. And really, if you ask me, we probably do need a new left-back, new wing-back, new right-back as well. Thank you, Uncaged Squid. Would be an interesting signing. He's more of a holding centre-mid. Yeah, that's it, sports betting. So, really, I could see him and Donny working as, De Jong's maybe more of the deeper of the two. Donny's coming in there being the more advanced or sort of, more attacking minded with the passing, with the getting a bit further advanced. And then also you can see Fred combining with De Jong as well. And Fred actually under Rangnick has done that job quite well, where he's been the more box-to-box player. And you've actually seen him do that quite well, going forward and creating play. But with Fred, he can do both. But I do think that Fred's strengths are actually not really sitting in front of a back four and just staying there and holding. I think his strengths are getting very mobile up and down the pitch. So, yeah, I'm not too sure what combo would go for, but definitely if you look at what De Jong is, you look at the sort of player he is. I would describe him as a deep lying playmaker. Really, that's what somebody who gets the play going. Because we can have a look at his statistics for Barcelona, and they're not going to tell you the story because they look pretty crap. But because he's not got a lot of assists. I mean, in the 2021-22 season, he's played 31 matches for them in La Liga. He's got 3 goals and 3 assists. But that doesn't tell you about the midfield battle. It doesn't tell you about him getting the play going and him getting Barca obviously going from a slightly deeper midfield position. So that's really why. So that's what we're dealing with here. He's somebody who's going to be playing in our 2 in midfield or, in the holding roles, essentially, yeah. And then the season before that, 37 appearances, 3 goals, 4 assists. Season before that, 29 appearances, 2 goals, 2 assists. So he's not that type of advanced box-to-box type playmaker type person. He's going to be somebody that's more deep lying, going to sit further back and control the game. A la Paul Scholes or something like that. That's what we're sort of hoping for anyway, if he was to come in. You want Son, De Jong, and De Ligt, says Mikato. Me too, dude. Yeah, that would be an insane couple of signings. De Ligt would be great, bring those Dutch vibes back together. But also, yeah, I've always wanted Son Heung-min, but it's not realistic. Hey, we're only 13 likes away from 100 likes. Thank you all for getting back in here tonight. Obviously, we've been doing a whole bunch of streams tonight, so thank you for coming back again and getting your thoughts in. That's exactly it, Notos. Fred was far more attacking at Shakhtar Donetsk. That's right. So if you look at, his box-to-box nature there, that's it, getting forward. And actually, that's one thing that I think Rangnick's done reasonably well, is just utilise Fred. Fred's done better, I think, since Rangnick's been in, being allowed to be that midfielder that does get forward, rather than the one sitting back. I don't think Fred's good at all that stuff. He exposed us too much, but... How many goals do you reckon Haaland will score for City next season, says Robin? I think 20, 2-0. What do you... Good question, Robin. How many goals do you think Haaland will score for City next season? I'm going 20 league goals. I think I'll miss a few games to injury. I think he'll have a bit of a baptism of fire in the Premier League compared to like the Bundesliga. He'll still do really well because he's playing for a really good team. He's going to get a lot of service. So he'll still get a lot of goals. I'm going for 20. Jimmy thinks 30. Robin thinks 20. Shizzo says Gravenberch to United. We should be all over that, really, shouldn't we? But reports are that he's going more likely to go to Bayern Munich at this moment. Pig, why can't we try youth midfielders? Jimmy Garner, that's the answer there. That's your answer there, Jonathan Gallagher. Jimmy Garner. Bring him into the first team squad. He's had a good loan period out at Nottingham Forest. Bring him into the first team squad next year. Sign a couple of midfielders because we can't just rely on a youngster coming in. You can't guarantee that he's going to take to the Premier League like a duck to water. So you've got to bring him in slowly. You've got to blood him, but give him a chance in the squad. In my opinion, this is what I would do in the midfield. If I had it my way, I would sign 2 central midfielders. I would sell McTominay, and I would give Garner a nod in that middle of the park there as well to be a squad rotation player and allow him to get game time and opportunities. So you've got 2 new midfielders, and then Fred's also playing squad rotationary sort of role, and you've got Garner as well, who's going to come in from time to time and play. I'd like to do that. Or, Frenkie De Jong, Tielemans, Ruben Neves, some of these guys. Hey, no worries, Susan Lively. So I missed the live earlier today, and I will watch it later. It was a rough day again today as we had to make the arrangement for my brother's funeral. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Susan. Guys, can we get some mad love hearts in there for Susan? I'm so sorry to hear that for your loss, Susan. Much love to you. Sending your thoughts and prayers your way. Very sorry to hear that. Get some love hearts in there for Susan Lively to everyone. Class of 92, says Jonathan. Yeah, well, this is the class of 22. You saw the youngsters tonight do well, and they're the under 18s. We've got some more youngsters who are, who are older than that, who've been getting game time elsewhere. I think, Diallo's going to play a role in our squad next season. I think we're going to see Garner given opportunities. Mengi might even come in the defence and get some opportunities. Alvaro Fernandez might feature sometimes. This is what we've got to do. Anthony Elanga's only 19. He's going to play a lot. So we've still got a lot of youngsters that will hopefully be breaking through this season under Ten Hag. Haaland will become injury prone once he's in the Premier League. Says, I will follow you. He never played in an aggressive league. You already start to get injured regularly at Dortmund. Good comment. Probably true as well. He probably will get injured slightly more frequently in the Prem. De Jong is very versatile. Absolutely Marty McFly. Neves is the go-to signing. I think so, because he's actually got the Premier League experience. He's only 24. He's robust. I mean, in the last few seasons, he's barely missed a game for Wolves. So if you're talking about players who are not injury prone, players who have that experience in the Prem and the age are the right age, and also who are easily obtainable. Because let's face it, if United come knocking on Wolves' door with the right sort of offer, it's hard for them to keep on of him. Prem is a big move for him, says Lee. Okay, so financial crisis at Barcelona being reported by various sources this evening as well. In Spain, Frenkie De Jong to be sold to Manchester United. Reports different outlets now in Spain as well. Been hard to judge the Frenkie De Jong situation according to Gerard Romero as well. Yeah, lots of people referencing this guy. So Romero's given the transfer a 95% chance of happening and said that the fee would likely be between 70 and 80 million euros. Barcelona made the signing for 86 million euros back in 2019, meaning this would be yet another player that they'd be taking a loss on. So obviously they did spend big money on him, but if he's fallen by the wayside there, or it seems like United could be closing in on him, guys. That's what we're saying here. That's what we're saying anyway. But who knows? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Exceptional at free kicks, cross ability, and tackles. Neves in. Spot on. And if you're talking about somebody who's going to sit a bit deeper and get the game going and get you flowing, he's already proven to do that in the Premier League to a really good standard. So, yeah, good shout. So, more information why he's being sold is because of a financial crisis, really, at Barcelona. They don't really have the money at the moment, and they've got debts to pay, and they're looking to cash in on some of their assets, which are, dispensable. So, not dispensable, but that makes sense in terms of being able to generate good cash, and that is not an actual player they actually must keep. £62 million, somewhere around there, Tad. 60 or 70 million. Emma Bushell, thank you, Emma, for subscribing. James Ward-Prowse does the same as Neves. Does that mean James Ward-Prowse in, says Connor Matthews? I actually disagree with you. I think Neves is better than James Ward-Prowse. I think James Ward-Prowse's free kicks and stuff are absolutely sensational. But I actually I think Ruben Neves is tough and robust, and he can do a bit of everything. So hey, look, I don't know, fair enough. I think Ward-Prowse would be a decent signing for us as well, to be honest. At this stage. FIFA tonight, probably not tonight, Geordie Heaton, sadly, man. I'm going to take the night off. Sports Ben says, I'll tell you what though, Ben, Brereton, Diaz, If West Ham can pull that off, he's a different type of gravy, says the sports betting. Nice. Hey, I've heard reports that West Ham are interested in Darwin Núñez as well, sports betting, that Moisey loves a bit of Darwin Núñez, and he's interested in him too. So in terms of Darwin Núñez, guys, there was a report earlier on this morning that Manchester United leading the race for him, and Ten Hag's an admirer and all the rest of it. We do need that guy as a goal scorer. It does make a lot of sense for Manchester United to go and try and progress with somebody who's 22, getting better, has got a mad goal record in a good league and looks the part. You've got to spend the money and get him in there. But yeah, West Ham apparently interested in him as well. Yo, Ryan Gauchi, what's going on, Ryan? Good to see you. Good to see you. What centre-back do you think we should sign, says Lee? Okay, so in my opinion, Man United really should be looking at getting 2 centre-backs in this window. Look, people were going to say, well, this is ridiculous. How many players can we sign? Well, we should sign a whole new half a bloody team, in my opinion. 6 or 7 players this window. And that's with bringing a few youngsters through as well to increase the squad depth. But definitely I would sign, in terms of centre-backs, I would bring in 2 centre-backs myself. I would bring in somebody like Pau Torres or Jules Koundé maybe, but my preference would be Pau Torres from what I've seen of him so far. I know he's not the quickest, but he's great in the air, he's commanding, and I've always been impressed whenever I've seen him play, more or less. So I would say that Pau Torres could be a great signing for us. We probably don't have the money to sign all of these players, but Pau Torres would be a great acquisition. And then I would go and get Jurrien Timber over at Ajax as well, because why not? He's young, he's only 20. You could sell some of the centre-backs we've got, like Harry Maguire, get rid of him. Also get rid of some of the other centre-backs problems that we've still got, such as Eric Bailly, Phil Jones. If you could clear all of those guys out and get a little bit of cash back on Slabby Maguire, if you could clear all of those guys out, then there's space for us to make 2 centre-back signings. And we'd probably be much better off if we had just 4 or 5 centre-backs, of which they were Varane, Lindelof, these new 2 guys, so Pau Torres and, say, Jurrien Timber, then Mengi, a youngster as well, to bolster those options. We'd probably be much better off with those 5 centre-backs than we would the current 5 we've got. So, yeah, I would go with those guys, but let us know what you think. Jurrien Timber, says Connor Matthews. Diogo Santos says, you think Darwin Núñez is going to happen? I can help with a good bit of info if you want, since I'm in Portugal and kind of know Benfica transfer historic. Hey, well, inbox me any information you got Diogo Santos on Insta. I'd appreciate any decent sources. But in regards to Núñez, I think it can happen, but it's also dependent on who else wants him. There's talks of Chelsea and PSG sniffing around Darwin Núñez, and if they want to go and put in a big, decent offer for him, and there's an offer on the table from them, well, PSG got money for days. They might be able to just offer him more. He might like the idea of going and play in the Champions League as well. That's it. If you're Chelsea or PSG, you've got that. But Man United don't have Champions League, so is that pivotal for Darwin Núñez? I don't think it is, for me, personally, from Man United's point of view, because we're such a huge club. And especially, because he's got a little bit of a... He's got a thing about Edinson Cavani, and Cavani's just played at United the last couple of years. I think, he might put a cheeky little word in to Darwin and say, it's a good club, all the rest of it. Who knows? I'm just saying, who knows? Like, Darwin Núñez makes a lot of sense for Manchester United. He also makes sense for some of these other clubs. If Chelsea are going to get rid of Lukaku, for instance, then, yeah, I bet they'd be interested. But he seems like a United player, Darwin Núñez. He seems like somebody that's got the trickery, got the intelligence, got the quality, creator as well as a finisher. And definitely the sort of player we should be going for. Thank you, Solskjaer. We got 100 likes on the stream. Thank you, Solskjaer. He says we got 100 likes. That's awesome. Everyone, if you're new to the show, drop a like and subscribe and get in the chat. Tyrell Malacia and Dennis Frimpong for fullbacks, does Asher Katana. Interesting. There's talks of, Max Aarons as well, maybe being an option. There's a few different players that could be coming in, but we do need to address the fullback positions. We're terrible in that area. Hey, Alec Brandon. Hey, more reports coming out. Give me a moment, guys. More reports coming out here. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. Look at this. Interesting. Fabrizio Romano's just updated and said that official confirmed Giorgio Chiellini has announced that he will leave Juventus at the end of the current season after 17 years. Chiellini's received 2 proposals from the MLS, including one from Los Angeles FC. No decision made yet. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So I'm hoping to hear from Fabrizio Romano soon as well. Not me personally, but in regards to De Jong, I would imagine he's going to say something about it soon, because I'm gone on this Chiellini post on Twitter where he's posted this about Chiellini, and literally all of the comments about it are about De Jong. So he's probably going to give us an update soon. So maybe he'll debunk it, or maybe he'll say that it's true. We'll find out hopefully very soon. So Giorgio Chiellini's announced that he's leaving Juventus at the end of the current era after 17 years. I mean, there's no doubt that guy is an absolute legend. He's also, no doubt, he's an absolute dirty bastard. He's an absolute dirty bastard. But fair play to him, man. What a great player. What a great player. I mean, he's a player that we could have done with a few years ago. I mean, not now, because he's like 107. But then again, you see Thiago Silva go into the Premier League at 35 and do really well with Chelsea, win the league. So who knows? But I don't think Chiellini's the answer. He's 30. Is he 37 now, Chiellini? I don't know, but he's old as hell. Then again, so's Cristiano. Anyway, he's going to a retirement place, I think. Doesn't want to go to the rough and ready of the Premier League after having the career he's had. He's going to go to a holiday mode, I think, in the MLS. I wouldn't think he's going to come and join the Premier League anyway. Yeah, that's right, Big Bear. De Jong would be a very impressive sign-in. Absolutely, if we could pull that off. Still remains to be seen. We've got 222 legends in here. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Have your say on the situation. I mean, listen, there's nothing concrete at this moment in time. If you want to know a bit more about it, obviously that's the situation that there's reports in Spain that's suggesting that De Jong is on the list of players that Barcelona are looking to get rid of in order to balance some financial discrepancies that they've got at the club. That is the situation. So if Frenkie De Jong can generate them £60 million and Man United want a really good midfielder and he has a link with Ten Hag, I wouldn't rule it out. Much stranger things have happened than Man United securing a signing of Frenkie De Jong from Barca. So definitely wouldn't rule it out. It's maybe wishful thinking from us because, well, we're looking for a quality player. He is a quality player. He's a Barca player. He said over the years that he loves Barca and he wants to stay at Barca. Unless things have changed, which is seemingly they have, because he's not too happy at this moment. That's what the reports are saying. If you look at his season that he's had. Yeah, Rajat says De Jong looks to be true. Excited for him. Hope so. Asher Katana comments, Jurian Timber, Tyra Malacia, left back, Dennis Frimpong, right back, defense sorted. I like your style, Asher Katana. Jurian Timber's a great shout. Smash a 1 in the live chat, everyone, if you would like to see Jurian Timber come into Manchester United's team this summer. Good option, 20 years of age. Obviously, there's the Ten Hag link. Another good player at Ajax is Anthony, who we could see come in. 22 years of age, Brazilian international, makes a lot of sense also. Ten Hag has a catalogue of players who he's either managing right now or who he has managed, which is actually quite impressive. He could obviously oversee quite a lot of good Manchester United signings from players such as De Ligt, De Jong. I mean, if United are prepared to spend the money, what's to say we couldn't go and get De Ligt back at the club? Why not? Or back under Ten Hag, I mean. Timber and De Ligt, says Chris. Hey there, Simple Jack. What's going on, bud? Hope you're good, mate. Get in there. He says, smash the like and subscribe. Thank you, Simple Jack, dude. Enor says, I want De Jong, De Ligt, Nunez, and Tchouaméni. They are crucial. What a great signing Tchouaméni would be as well. Another great young French player as well. Absolutely would help our midfield. We're just linked to so many different midfielders, but we'd just be happy when we get any of them at this time, wouldn't we? Chinmay Tukaria, thank you for your comment, says, who will play alongside De Jong at United? My personal opinion, Chinmay, is, well, it depends who we sign, but Donny van der Beek is here at the moment. Well, he's at Everton, but he's coming back in the summer. He's played under Ten Hag before, our new incoming manager. You'd think that he's going to be given a chance. And I could see De Jong and Donny play together. They played together previously for Ajax. They played together previously for the Dutch national team. So why not? Donny, okay, maybe hasn't had the best start at United. He's not really been given a chance by the previous managers here. Now when he comes back, he will be treated to plenty of opportunities by Erik Ten Hag. That's just almost a no-brainer, really. Because he's worked with him, he's at least going to give him a chance. So I think Donny could be the man, actually. He could be like a new signing for us, playing alongside De Jong. If not, then De Jong and Fred actually does have kind of a nice sound to it. It does. Thank you, Rusty. We've got another update coming. Let's take a look at what this is. Okay, another good source from Spain, guys, suggesting that Xavi has obviously got to give his okay and all these sorts of things as well to suggest the situation. But hey, look, there's a lot of different situations. There's a lot of different decisions that need to be made in regards to this current situation. Will United be able to reach an economical agreement if they were going in for him with Barcelona? That's it. Man United have got to sign a lot of different players. Will we be able to spend that money on, one player? Will that be the case? That remains to be seen. Will Barcelona accept the amount of money we're offering? Do they even want to sell Frenkie De Jong? There's a lot of different factors at this stage. Would Frenkie De Jong come to Manchester United, guys? Because we've heard that he doesn't like the English weather. His dad said in the past he doesn't like it, and we also know that he's not really too keen on. He wasn't previously too keen on leaving Barcelona up until this season. They spent a lot of money on this guy. They spent a lot of money on him. They didn't want him to go up until this season either. So big news about Chiellini coming through anyway, that he's retired and leaving Juventus. 17 years at one club. That is pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Can't wait for the Ten Hag era to begin as well, with new signings coming in. There's going to be definitely a few different options coming from Ajax, I think. We might not get both of them, but there's Anthony and Timber. You look at the midfield, there's so many different players that are linked. Tielemans, De Jong, Kamara, Ruben Neves. The centre-back positions, Pau Torres, Jules Koundé, Jurriën Timber. Like, we can't sign them all. I just hope that we end up with 5 or 6 of all these players we're discussing, because we need them, guys. We need them. Right, okay, I'm going to get into the live chat, everyone, for a little bit longer then. We'll see if any more breaking news comes out in regards to this shortly. But very, very good stuff. Also, if you didn't know, Ten Hag won the Eredivisie title again over there with Ajax before leaving. Some lovely parting words from Edwin van der Sar, and he's obviously done them proud, and he leaves there on the back of a success. Coming to United now, excellent stuff. He needs to get here as soon as possible and start work. And we need to sign him new players as soon as possible so they can bed in and he can actually have a decent preseason. No point buying these guys at the end of the transfer window, is there? Also, if you didn't know, there's a little transfer link to Gonçalo Ignacio, as well as a 20-year-old centre-back who's linked with us. Sporting Lisbon, he plays for Gonçalo Ignacio. And he's understood to be linked to Manchester United this summer as well for around about 40 million euros. Just another little report for you there. Brilliant stuff. Right, let's have a look at the live chat, everybody. Thank you for joining. Do drop the like and have your say. I'll stick around for a little while longer, see what you guys are saying about it. We're nearly at 150 likes. Thank you, everyone who's dropped a thumbs up. Ian Dawn, what's up? Says, Pig, can you imagine our midfield next season being De Jong, Kamara, Eriksen, Sancho, Fernandes? I like that. Oh, don't make me moist. You're making me slightly frothy with that comment you just put there, mate. That would be really nice, wouldn't it? Imagine having all those midfield options at your disposal. And actually, Christian Eriksen, just to go back on that point, what a signing that would be. I know he's got a pacemaker or whatever now, and he did have a cardiac arrest, a little while ago, and it was all very serious. And he might have he might have not been able to continue playing the game. Remember what happened to Fabrice Muamba? He couldn't continue after having a cardiac on the pitch ever again. But Christian Eriksen has continued. He has played for Brentford the last few months in the Premier League. He has looked good in the Premier League. He has got a lot of assists and created a lot of chances for Brentford in the last few months in the Premier League. I hope he's fine. I really hope that he's fine. And I think because he's a free agent, he's worth taking the punt on. Yeah, there's a bit of a signing fee. Yeah, he's going to need decent wages. But I think it's a punt. And I think actually, because of those reasons we just discussed about the possibility with his problems with his health conditions, etc., there maybe isn't a big line of teams that are going around the corner to try and sign this guy. But I think we should be one of them. I really do. Yeah, and he's got a heart monitor and things. He's going to be absolutely taken care of, man, in terms of like making sure that Christian Eriksen is okay all the time. He'll have the best doctors and the best information relayed back to him. So I think he would be a brilliant signing for us because we've got Jesse Lingard going out in this summer. We've got Juan Mata leaving in this summer. Paul Pogba's leaving in the summer. These are all sort of, advanced midfielders that can play in those advanced positions. That's a lot of players to go out in the summer and not replace them. Well, we're going to have to sign some players for a really cheap amount of money from somewhere because we can't spend 50 million on every single player. So Christian Eriksen, absolutely, I'll take him all day long. And twice on a Sunday, my friend. Okay, that didn't make sense. I meant every day of the week and twice on a Sunday. You know what I'm saying. Night Owl, thank you very much for the super chat there, Night Owl. He comments, damn, never imagined getting a beast player to United. He'll go good with Van der Beek in the midfield. Well, hold your horses there, Night Owl. It's not done yet, but it does look like this is gathering some steam. Manchester United hopefully have had the conversations behind the scenes. Ten Hag has obviously given his nod. They're not going to go and spend the money on a player or negotiate at all without obviously Ten Hag say so. Ten Hag has given a list to Manchester United players he would like to see Man United sign, ready for when he comes in. De Jong is obviously on that list. Night Owl, though, that would be an amazing sign, and I agree, Night Owl. Thank you so much. Please do give us a love heart in the live chat there for Night Owl. Thank you for your comment. Pogba's stay in the streets told me, says No Toes. Could you imagine if Manchester United signed Paul Pogba to a new contract? Man, I tell you what, wouldn't accept that, guys. Wouldn't accept that at this stage. He's not been good enough for years. He's shat off the bed many, many times, let us down, dawdling around, dicking around with his hair, playing once in 5 games, it seems like. That's how many good times he puts in a good performance for us, once in 5. It's no good, man. Get rid. If United signed him up to a new contract that isn't any more than £2.50 and a sausage roll from Greg's every single week, then they're bigger mugs than even I think they are already. And I think they're an absolute big part of mugs. So, I don't see it happening. How the hell could they justify spending 300k a week on Paul Pogba now when he's just rubbish? You saw Arsenal cut their losses with Aubameyang. And that's what you have to do sometimes. And he was actually contracted for years and he was a huge player for them. They let him go for nout to Barca just to cut their losses. That's what United need to do. We've got the added benefit of his contract's actually running out in the summer and we don't have any obligation to keep him. He won't be contracted to the club. We won't have to pay him any more money after the summer contract is finished in the summer. So there you go. We got that luxury. He's gone now. Don't go back on that and sign him up to a new contract. It's a waste of time. Let him go for a free. He's already done it once before. It's £12 million a year or £10 million a year. We're saving every single year now, just not paying Paul Pogba's wages. He's not worth the £10 million a year, in my opinion. That's it, Chrissy. Comes out with agents, comments for your agents before big games. Jog but jog on, says Chrissy. Doesn't want to be here, says Rajat. There you go. Willie Cass says, what would you want Federico Chiesa, future superstar and Ballon d'Or, who nearly overshadowed Ronaldo at Juve last season? Yeah, Chiesa looks like a great talent. He had a great Euros as well, didn't he, and stuff. Well, I don't know. How much money would that guy be? United have to go and get more frugal signings, I think. We can't go and spend 50 million on every player, I think we've got to go and get a player like, a couple of players like Christian Eriksen. Anthony might be a more cheaper option than some of these bigger name players as well. Hashtag pay Pogba, says Flabby G. Hashtag stay or hashtag go for Pogba, guys. What's your thoughts? Trix FN, how you doing, man? Use the Pogba money to pay De Jong, says Scarboy. Precisely. Because De Jong's going to want a big contract. I don't know what De Jong's on at Barcelona, but I'm guessing it's hundreds of thousands of euros a week. Because he moved for 89 million. He was hot property at the time. He's a bit younger at the time. I'm guessing he's on quite big money. So he would have to get paid quite big money at United as well. That's just how it is. But yeah, Pogba's money. Pogba, I don't think he gets paid more than Paul Pogba. Anyway, put it that way. Paul Pogba's on huge money for the sort of player that he actually is for us. Pogba out, says Liqueur. Go, says Batman. Stay, rot longer, says Connor. Out, says he'll be a 95. Can De Jong play CDM? Absolutely, Nwuzi. Absolutely, Nwuzi Samuel. He can play CDM. I mean, he's not the most, what I would describe him as. Okay, so I would say, think about Ruben Neves if you want to know a Premier League comparison, right? Where they can play deep and they can get the play going. They're not like a big physical defender, but they can get it stuck in and have a challenge and they do defend. That's what I would describe him as. He's kind of like I'd just say he's a playmaker where he's going to sit in your midfield a bit deeper than, your other midfielder, and he's going to just spray the ball around. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for somebody who's cool on the ball. Matic is outgoing. He was old anyway. Frankenstein's monster of a man. Time to get a new replenished guy in. Maybe this guy is the answer. So yeah, he could work alongside somebody like Donny, who's maybe going to be slightly more creative, slightly more box-to-box perhaps, or Fred, who under Ragnick has been really quite good box-to-box. Don't know if Donny's is going to be as good as that because he's not as quick or as physical, in that way. But certainly if you could picture De Jong alongside Donny or De Jong alongside Fred, or De Jong alongside Tielemans, that would be the best combo, wouldn't it? I don't know if we could do that, but Tielemans' contract is running out in 1 year at Leicester City. He doesn't want to sign a new contract there. There's been lots of reports. Fabrizio Romano, loads of people have said that he's definitely not signing a new deal. He wants Champions League football, though, but I'm just saying, like, imagine that combo of De Jong and Tielemans. What a combination that would be. It'd be fantastic. But Donny van de Beek will be like a new signing under Ten Hag with De Jong coming in also. Shane Doherty says Kamara, Ericsson, Dybala, Belotti, all available on a free. Mukeli and Lehmann last year of contracts. Need to shop smart. That's right. Spot on. We saw the reports earlier that Bayern are interested in taking Lema, but also Manchester United, they are in the conversation for bringing him in. And there's talks of, I think, 20 million quid it would cost to bring that guy in. Chump change, really, for good players, 24 years old. And also Mukiele, like you say as well, good win-back option. Great comment, Shane. You're right, man. Like, these are the sort of players we should be going for. The sort of players that only have a year left on the contract. Tielemans, and Mukiele and Lema. These sorts of guys make a lot of sense to go and try and get because their clubs need to sell them to make some money before they're leaving on a free. Then Kamara, another player you just mentioned over at Marseille. Central defensive midfielder, prospect for the future, 22 years of age. There's no risk involved there for United. Sign him up. Sign him up tomorrow. There's no risk involved. Eriksen, there's very little risk involved. He's a quality player, 30, Premier League experience, great ball player, great free kicks, set pieces, all the rest of it. Great proven Premier League players. No, very little risk involved with that, in my opinion, if you ask me. So I couldn't agree more, Shane. All those players you mentioned make a lot of sense because of the amount of money involved. That leaves you 2 or 3 proper marquee signings to go and make, or maybe just 2, like 60 million on De Jong, 70 million on Darwin Núñez. And then you bring a few more sensible players in and a centre-back, obviously. And it makes sense. I agree, Shane. I'm not on FIFA tonight, Mikato. Sorry to disappoint. I will be back at it tomorrow, though. Spicy Queso comments, I loved Pogba in Juve during the 15-16 season, but he sadly couldn't deliver it with his tenure with us. Yeah, that's what was so amazing about him. He just went to Juventus. He burst onto the scene there, really. We knew about him at United, but Fergie let him go. He went to Juve. He's announced himself there. He's made himself there as a player. And that's why we spent £89 million on him back, because he looked like a sensational player for them. Match winner, banging those goals in all the time and stuff. He couldn't really do it for Manchester United, though, ever. Never really happened for us. So, yeah, in the end, just a bad signing. Not cut out for the Premier League. That's what I think it is. It's not that he's not a good player. He could probably go and play for Real Madrid and do brilliantly for them in La Liga. He could probably go and play in Serie A for, AC Milan, Juventus, Inter, one of those teams. Juventus, obviously, he's been there before, and do brilliant for him. Get a little bit more time on the ball. And he could definitely go to PSG and play in that Farmers League with a bunch of pitchfork wielders and get really, really great performances over there too. It's just that the Premier League is such a physical, demanding league, and you just don't get any time on the ball. Piggy, Donny or Tielemans? Tielemans for me, Emma Bushell. It is. I do think Tielemans would be the best. If we had to go with Donny or Tielemans next season, I would go Tielemans because he's played a lot more games in the Prem and he's proven to me, whereas Donny is not proven to me in the Prem. It's not necessarily his fault, but I would do that. Hey, Alex, thank you for getting back in. Are you Don? He says De Jong, Kamara, Free, Núñez, and probably one more, and that's it this summer, in my opinion. Fair play, yeah. Fair play. Well, maybe so, maybe so. I mean, how much would that be if we just add that up? Núñez and De Jong, you're talking 130 million combined. And then Kamara's on a free. And one more, yeah, centre-back maybe. So somebody like Pau Torres or Timber, that's another bit of cash there, right there. So that is a lot of money you're talking about. Yeah, you're talking close to 200 million just for what you said and one more player. So we won't do a lot more business than that. I'm with you. We won't do a lot more business than that. That's why we should pick up Kamara and Eriksen on frees. And it's also why we should promote a couple of the youth players through to the first team. People like Jimmy Garner, who seems good for a squad player next season, I think, based on what he's done this season for Notts Forest. Maybe even Garnacho, give him a nod sometimes. He seems good enough. If you're old enough, if you're good enough, you're old enough. Mengi can come in and do a backup role in the defense. There's options. We don't have to. Yeah, that's it. We will sign a lot of players this summer, but we're not going to go and sign 11 players this summer, I don't think. I think we'll sign 5 or 6 players maximum. I agree. I think we'll probably get a centre-back, 2 midfielders, a forward player, a winger, and ideally some sort of wing-back. There you go, at most. Thank you, Neil Stewart, for subscribing to the channel. Thank you, Callum Stevens, for subscribing to the channel. We are on 57,000 subscribers now, guys. Thank you, everyone, for subscribing. If you're new, hit the sub up. We're 1 like off of 150 likes, so drop a thumbs up if you have not done so. We got an update. Thank you so much for the update here. Oh, okay. Right, so there's some chats going on in regards to journalists at the moment. Looks like talks are ongoing. Frenkie De Jong's changed his, his mind in regards to wanting to stay at Barca, and so there's talks ongoing. Live information still coming through, guys. We'll hang on. We'll hang on and stay around just for a little bit longer. We've been on here quite a long time, but I was hoping maybe there would be just a little bit more of a revelation this evening, so we'll stick around for a little bit longer. Do drop a like and subscribe and have your say in the chat. Tolisso available on the free in the summer, says Alex. Great shout as well. So there's Kamara, Ericsson. I think, does Tolisso have not long left on his contract? Or thank you very much, Rushmano, for that, dude. Appreciate you, man. So new information. De Jong possibly changed his mind on the situation. So we'll have to wait and see. We will love the Glazers one day, says Madhouse. We will love them when they've gone out the fucking club, mate. And even then we won't love them. We'll still hate them. We'll just love the fact that they've gone. I'm good, thank you, Robert Goodwin. Not bad, mate. Hey, Anthony White, a.k.a. the Dorset Angler, says, I miss Xavier Hernandez and Sergio Romero as backup keeper. They never knew their job. Definitely, man. Yeah, super sub Chicharito. Great player for us, absolutely. And also, like you say, Sergio Romero, we should have never sold Xavier Hernandez. What a mare that was. We had, like, the ultimate off-the-bench goal. So I know he wanted to go and maybe, like, you know, get some more opportunities and play more first-team football. But did that really happen for him? I seem to remember him going to Real Madrid and playing a bit part after that. And for a season, and then doing some other stuff, and then, you know, it's like I don't really. We should have just kept Xavier Hernandez. What a great natural goal scorer he was. Thank you, Willie Casters. Good luck on your stream and have a blasting day. Thank you so much, dude. Hashtag Glazers out, says Jonathan. Hashtag Glazers out, says AK. Beef Buddy says, in my opinion, we must buy a CF, CDM, DM, CB, RB, and attacking midfielder. We can do it. Oh, yes, we can. Beef Buddy, we can, mate. There's two signings that Alex just said a minute ago that are free, that make a lot of sense. Kamara is a good free signing. Tolisso, I don't think got long left his contract either. And then you've also got, you know, but certainly I would go for Kamara and also Ericsson. Sports Betting says Wan, Koulibaly, Varane, De Jong, Donny, Ericsson, Nunes, Ronaldo, and hopefully a new right back. Yeah, Mukeli would be a good option because he's not got long left on his contract over there either for Leipzig. If Gonçalo Inacio goes to Man United, sorry, wait, your comment's gone here. Where's your comment gone? Oh. If Gonçalo Inacio goes to Man United at this time, you buy a Sporting CP shirt. Sounds fair to me. The only... Nah, you're all right there, Diogo Santos, but thank you for the offer, though, mate. He went to Madrid and back to Mexico, I think, says Madhouse. Right, yeah. Shame, we should have kept hold of him. He went to Leverkusen as well, didn't he? He played for Leverkusen, I seem to remember, Xavier Hernandez also. In fact, that's who we sold him to, wasn't it? Yeah. We sold him to Leverkusen, and then he went to Real Madrid for a bit, did he? You need 9 players at least, to be fair, says 0793. Well, 3 of those are probably going to have to come from the youngsters. Would love De Jong at United, says Papa Stores. David Carmo is available for like 10 million this summer because he has 1 year left, says Alex. Nice. So Tielemans, similar situation as well. And Mukeli and Lema. Konrad Lema. Don't sleep on Konrad Lema, guys. He seems like a great young prospect as well over in the German league. Bayern Munich are sniffing all around him, but they're also looking at signing Gravenberch from Ajax right now. So if they do complete a Gravenberch signing, then they're probably not going to be looking at getting Konrad Lema in as well, but who knows? So that would leave us free to go and get Konrad Lema for only around about 20 million euros. Or no, sorry, 20 million pounds, which would be a very good signing for that sort of money, wouldn't it? 24 years of age. Remember that summer, like sold Chicharito, RVP, Raphael, and Evans for like a combined fee of 25 million. Good business, man, they say. Fair play. Confused by football logic, Glazers ordered Rangnick to send his scouts out to search the web feedbacks instead of wingbacks. They brought back Vincent Perk, says Flabby D. That's mean. Madhouse, he went to Real Leverkusen, West Ham, now Chicago. Nice one, Anthony White. Yep. Big sucker for that Ajax duo of Anthony and Timber, says Spicy Queso. Me too, lad. Yeah, those are the very realistic signings we could make from Ajax. There's others that we've gone, okay, maybe you could see come in. Like people have mentioned Haller. I mean, I'm not really too keen on that because of his previous Premier League experience, but or even Gravenberch has also been talked about. There's a few others, but it does seem like Anthony and Timber would be the 2 main targets that Manchester United would be looking for. Right, another report's come out in Spain, guys. It's all going on. Let me just read this. Also, it's understood they would be interested, Barcelona might be interested in selling Ter Stegen as well. Ter Stegen, the goalkeeper Ter Stegen as well. Wow, okay, well, interesting. So they need to try and cash in, it seems. And they're looking to get some some players, or maybe there's talks of Neto as well. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, there's some players who they're trying to get rid of to try and get some cash. Piggy, really think 3 players will come up from the youth, says Tampa Guy. Yes, I do. I mean, they're not going to be first team starters, but they can play a role in the squad this season and get blooded. That's what United are all about. Blooding youngsters. I'm not saying play a whole team of youngsters and bring them all through at once. But it'd be nice if you had new signings in the midfield, and then you've got Jimmy Garner doing essentially what is a rotationary squad backup role, where he's coming in as and when, or if you're 3-0 up in a game, he comes on for the last 20 minutes, you're giving him experience, you're giving him game time, you're blooding him, you're getting him, the game time and experience he needs to improve. Slowly but surely. That's the sort of job role that I'm looking for those guys. I'm not saying that he's going to come in and just be the new Scholes for us and immediately be ready for the Premier League. I'm saying he can come in and be a backup for us and take a position in that squad, and we can nurture him, and hopefully over the course of the next 18 months, he would turn into a good Premier League player for us. So that's what we need to do. Kamara, De Jong, Bruno would be such an improvement on our midfield. Comments Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. Couldn't agree more. Don't need a keeper. We can make a change. Oh, no. We're not talking about us signing the keeper, Scarboy. I think this is talking about is Barcelona selling to Stegen to somebody else in general. Is a possibility, Not us signing him. We don't need a keeper. No, we're trying to get rid of Henderson. Yeah, like you say, we're going to try. We got De Gea. We need a proper defender. What about that lad from Rome, Mike Smalling, says RP0D. Hey, I love your avatar, by the way, RP0D. John Candy and Uncle Buck with the drill. Iconic. Love it. Hello there, Toastitch A219. How's it going? Hi there, Adam Partridge. Good to see Ten Hag go to Brighton. Get some players, mate, says Adam Partridge. Yeah, good call as well. Some really good players over there too. Fan of Basuma, like Basuma over at Brighton. Thank you, Rushmano. Comment, subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Yeah, do that. Yeah, if they need money to make money, says Scarboy. Smalling was a great penalty giver. Standards of song, says Manos. I don't think he's being serious. Don't think he's being serious. Right, I'm going to stick around for a few more minutes, guys. So have your final say. Get your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Let me know what you're on about. Laird says, should get chances too. Yeah, good shout as well, Kez. Good shout as well, Kez. I mean, even Brandon Williams might not be sold. He might well be sold in the summer, but even he might be given a nod. He's still a young player. Did you see Mrs. Doubtfire got Watford relegated, says Alex? Yes, I did, mate, absolutely. Help is on the way, dear. He broke my handbag, the bastard. That's right. Diogo, damn right, my friend, says the Vutinator. No matter what happens, one thing is for sure. Man United will never die, comments Diogo. Man United will never die. Our rivals been enjoying themselves a lot, but we'll be back like we always do. Well said, Diogo, man. Well said. That's true, Shane, and that's why I don't think United will sign him, actually. He says, Basuma is a no for me. He has a court case in June. Yeah. United aren't going to be signing anybody with any off the field issues at the moment. That's for sure. Shout out to the class of 22 tonight, Scarboy. Yes, hashtag class of 22. Did us proud, man. Winning some good trophy for the club tonight. Nice to see. Good night, Big Bear says, good night, mate. Great stream today. Help is on the way, dear. Thank you so much. Help is on the way, dear. Oh no, I've killed the bastard. Thank you very much, Big Bear. Timber in at centre back says Cactus. Luke Shaw or Alex Tellers? Keep one, says Chinmai. That's a horrible question, but in all honesty, I would keep Luke Shaw because I think he's all round a better, he's better defensively, I think, and he's good going forward, really good going forward, actually. Last season, he was great for us going forward, and he was good for us defensively. Tellez is good going forward. I think he's very good going forward, but he can't defend. He's not a Premier League defender, I don't think. He's going to leave us exposed too much. Also, don't think that Luke Shaw is exactly the answer. He could probably do with an improvement too. Oh no, I've relegated the bastards. Hey there, the Devil's TV. Hi dude, what a signing if we get him. The only concern is that it probably means we'll only get like 3 signings then, says the Devil's TV. Maybe 3 signings, 3 money signings, and 1 or 2 free transfers, maybe. What do you reckon? Christian Eriksen, cheeky little bit of Kamara over from Marseille, and then 2 or 3 money signings. I agree with you, Devil's TV. Maybe even just 3 money signings, including De Jong, and then a couple of frees. Maybe, who knows? I don't know. It's a lot of money it takes to sign these players. One thing we do know is that we've got a lot of players outgoing this summer. We'll save a lot of money on wages as well, just alone. My back is shagged, Mikato. I'm painkillered right up, mate. Kez says, what do you think of letting Rash play as number 9 in FA Cup games? You what? Now, we tried Rashford as striker before. He's not a striker, mate. He's not going to have a striker. He's actually been shit this season as well. He doesn't even... Nah, I'm sorry. I hope, if anything, that Ten Hag can revitalise him at left wing. I think he's been good at left wing. But not this season. Yeah, trade deals. I don't know, Kez. It doesn't happen very often. When was the last proper swap Man United did? Good question, Kez. We sort of swapped Mkhitaryan for Sanchez, but not really. Your back is fucked as well. Oh no, Alex. Nightmare, mate. Gash, isn't it? Wonder what Ben Foster thinks of the potential signings. Here, you're really close to him. I'm sure he'd come on, says Flabby G. We could do it. We could do worse than the cycling goalkeeper, couldn't we? We could absolutely do worse than that. Right, got to sign out, Pigo lad. Yeah, me too, Diogo. I'm basically going to wrap this puppy up, I think. Yeah. Nice. So we have to wait and see, guys. I'm pretty much going to wrap this video up, but I want to say thank you to every single one of you for getting in here. We're nearly at 200 likes, actually. Before you go, guys, make sure you do smash that like on the video, and make sure you come back after this video is finished and comment your thoughts and opinions about this Frenkie De Jong possibility to United. Look, we don't know if there's much strong basis for this. There's just sources coming out in Spain that are suggesting that, you know, United are essentially sort of being offered him by Barca, that they'd be quite happy to generate the cash, and that Ten Hag's an admirer, obviously, having worked previously with him, and that he'd quite like to get him back to United, back working with him at United. So, you know, he can get that total Dutch football style kicked off. So it does make sense. United should be trying to go and get somebody like this. It depends on a few things. It depends on whether or not De Jong is available, in terms of would Xavi and Barca really want to let this guy go unless the money is really decent. But if their hands are tied and they have to make money back from a financial point of view in order to balance the books, then it might be beyond his control. It also depends on, is De Jong happy leaving Barcelona to go to Manchester? And also, you know, the English weather, which his dad said he doesn't like. And will Manchester United be the club that he wants to go for based on Champions League football? We don't have Champions League football this season. Yeah. Bless for the shout out. Thank you, Scarboy. Thank you so much. Improved centre-back position now, says Chinmai. Couldn't agree more. Robin, Rushmano. Guys, thank you for watching. Do get your thoughts and opinions in after this video is finished. Come back after it's finished. Drop a comment in the comment section and keep the debate going after the show's over. Also, make sure you drop that like, and also follow us up on social media at Flying Pig United on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, check out the website, which is at the top of the live chat. There's a new article on there from our own Griffo Chaz tonight. Thank you, 0793 Legend, and everybody else as well, which I'll just post the link in the live chat once again. If you want to go check it out and read your news, you can go and do that. New article right here. Thank you, Chrissy J. Thank you, everyone. I'm just trying to get through the stream and say good night to everyone. But Rush Mano, thank you. Vix, Madhouse, Rushy, thank you for all the updates throughout you, Don. Jordan Brennan, the Vutinator, Alex, thanks for smashing the like button, bro. Great to have you back in here as well, my son. Joe Pringle, 0793, Cactus, John Williams, Rushy, Robin, Scarboy, Madhouse, Chinmay, Shane, Diogo, Kingslayer, Chrissy, Chabunk, Rushy, Kingslayer, Jonathan Gallagher, Boomhauer, Sub to Fly United, Shane Doherty, and everybody else. That's it from me for the day's news. Disco Dave as well, Ryan Couchy. That's it from me. JA as well. No FIFA tonight, mate. We'll be back tomorrow with more news. I'm not doing FIFA Anthony James. I'm taking the night off, but we'll be back at it tomorrow. Vutinator, Kingslayer, Rushy, once again, Madhouse, Alec Brandon, all the moderators, all the members, everyone who watches this channel, supports this channel. Thank you so much for being around here and watching the streams and getting involved. We'll keep you up to date with all the latest United goings on in a no bullshit way. Hopefully this De Jong information is legit. As and when more news sources come out about it, we'll jump on tomorrow and give you the update, whether it's been debunked or whether it's been verified, and if there's any more movement in regards to United in discussions with Barcelona, we will give you the update. So make sure you tune in, click the little bell icon so you get notified when we post and go live, and so you don't miss a thing. Cheers, guys. Sports betting, Adewale Adelaji as well, Susan, Humble Pie, Tosic, Anthony James, Flabby G, Johnny, Cactus Jack, Robin. Hey, we got a super chat at the end here. Before I go, Ryan N, thank you so much for your super chat, boss. He says Super Hag is going to do madness at United. He won the league the same night we won the Youth Cup. 30 years since the class of 92. We're about to see the class of Ten Hag. Come on! The class of 22, hashtag class of Ten Hag. Let's get a cheeky little bit of hashtags of those in the live chat to end on. Ryan, thank you so much for the super chat, mate. Very kind of you, man. Have a great night, Ryan. Everyone, let's get a hashtag class of 22 in there. You're spot on, man. Great youth performance from the team tonight. Some really impressive displays, particularly Alejandro Garnacho. I think looks like a real talent. Is probably ready for taking Rashford's place right now. Good night, guys. We'll give you all the latest transfer news and stuff as and when it happens in regards to Ten Hag's new signings, which are coming imminently. United have got plenty of business to do this summer, and we better do it early so we can allow him time to bed and have a proper pre-season. So keep your eyes peeled for all the latest updates, and as they come out, we'll give you them. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Humble Pie, Chrissy J, Roshi, Adam Wiley, and everybody else. Good night. Thanks for watching, and come on, United. See you on the next one. I'll be back tomorrow with more United news. Good night, guys. Suey.